Before we begin today's video, Stephanie is embarking on her biggest artistic journey ever. I want to personally invite you to click the link in the top of the description box or the card right up here and subscribe to Steph's brand new YouTube channel. Watch the journey from the beginning. New videos every Wednesday, and thanks for all the love, everyone.
Today's news, BTS should apologize to Japan and Nazi victims, says Rabbi.
The most popular music group at the moment in Japan is BTS, and they just cannot stay out of the news.
Most popular band in Japan?
They could quite possibly be not only the most popular band in Japan, but the most popular band in the world at the moment. The amount of attention that are on these guys, I mean, a Jewish center in Los Angeles is saying some crazy shit about BTS. Every news organization is covering it. I saw articles in the New York Times. This article that we're covering today is from The Guardian, The Independent out of the UK.
BTS's news, BTS's ratings, BTS's eyes on your online newspaper. And controversy sells. They can dig this stuff up because they'd never heard of BTS until recently, and this is all things that happened years ago.
And we'll get into the issue at hand about this video in just a moment, but did you know that today BTS is performing in Tokyo, in the Tokyo Dome? Concert is sold out, and then they have concerts coming up in Osaka on November 21st, 23rd, and 24th. I mean, they're in Japan right now, and supposedly it's Japan, or some people in Japan that's angry at BTS, but apparently they're welcome in Japan because they're selling out like huge domes. It's the most insane thing. The people hate them and love them.
I think we covered it a little bit in last video where it's not the Japanese populace that really hates BTS. It's all a government thing. Big corporations that are sponsoring these end-of-year television shows.
You just get the feeling that these days people are starved for attention. Like any way you can get your name in the news to boost your own personal profile or the profile of the company that you work for. In this case, it is the Simon Wiesenthal Center out of Los Angeles that some gentleman, rabbi, I'm not even going to say his name because I don't want to humor him, is just making a statement about Rap Monster in 2015, a photo that was posted on Reddit, him wearing a hat that has Jewish something. It
was RM with a symbol that was also seen by worn on Nazi concentration camp admit. First off, RM, if you see the photo, he already looks like he's kicking himself for wearing this hat. It's like you look at the photo and it's like you can see him years later looking at the photo like, I shouldn't have worn this. It's the dresser. He was doing a photo shoot. They put clothing on him. He probably wasn't even paying attention necessarily to what he was wearing. And I honestly think it was a genuine mistake by the dresser because if you think about Korea and Korean education and Korean history, the swastika is everywhere in Korea.
It's actually the opposite of the swastika. It looks like a swastika though if you didn't know any better.
It's the Manja,
okay,
which is the swastika backwards.
It's just flipped over, but it looks like a swastika. It's just they're facing the opposite direction.
And it's a 5,000-year-old symbol of Buddhism, and you see it everywhere in Korea.
Everywhere.
It's all over.
We had one outside our house.
Yeah, it's like when you drive around and you see crosses above churches. It's like that. It's everywhere. You see this symbol, and for somebody who isn't thinking about it and isn't probably aware of Western culture and history and Nazism and concentration camps as somebody who grew up in a Western environment with Western education, they probably just saw it and were like, oh, here's the Manja. This is kind of a cool hat. I like the design around it. This rabbi cited 3 different instances, which he stated that the band mocks the past. One was RM wearing the hat. Another one was them posing at a Holocaust memorial. I'm sorry. People go to memorials, they take photos, they pose, it happens.
Why do they have the memorial if you're not supposed to go and visit it and take photos?
And he cited that they waved Nazi similar flags, and in this he was referring to an old collaboration that they did with Sotaji, who is like one of the most famous guys out of Korea.
If you just put yourself in one of the members of BTS's shoes, when they're doing photo shoots or when they're putting clothes on and off in a dresser room or someone's going, hey, put this on, put this on. I mean, imagine the amount of different outfits these guys have tried on over the years, like thousands and thousands and thousands of different pieces of clothing. You don't have time to sit and consider the historical aspect of every single thing that you're doing at every time. It's impossible.
Well, and that is reminding me of somebody else who's very famous who got in trouble for taking a photo with a Nazi symbol in it. And that person is Taylor Swift. Was at a birthday party taking photos with a lot of different people. She put her arm around this guy and he was wearing a Nazi symbol on his shirt that was spray painted there. She took a photo with him and she was just taking photos with people and not paying attention.
I want to thank everyone so very much for all your love and support. Comments down below if you feel a comment is necessary. So many of you commented on our last video and I felt the love, and I felt like BTS felt the love too. They're receiving a lot more love these days than they are hate, even though there are those in the media that are just poking.
Them haters.
Them haters. Click the like button, and thank you so much for supporting us here at Hollyback. Check out her brand new YouTube channel and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye.